Sensitive outputs. Before we talk about syntax, we ask a quieter question. What information is allowed to leave the system? Terraform builds infrastructure, but it also communicates values outward. Outputs are the boundary between internal knowledge and external visibility. Sensitivity is not about secrecy in creation. It is about restraint in disclosure. This lesson is about that boundary. An output is not a log. It is not debugging text. It is an interface. This is the user saying, this value is safe to expose. Terraform does not make that judgment. Terraform accepts it. When another system reads Terraform state, outputs are often the first place it looks. That makes outputs part of your declared identity surface, not the resource, the value. This output declares a value, and it allows it to be revealed. Terraform infers no risk here. The value flows from the resource to the outside world without resistance. There's no judgment, only permission. A common misunderstanding is that sensitivity protects the value itself. It does not. Sensitivity does not remove the value. It does not scramble it. It does not delete it. It simply draws a curtain. The value still exists. The value still flows. Terraform just chooses not to show it. That distinction matters. The important line here is not the value, it is the attribute. Sensitive equals true. This is the user pulling the curtain close. Terraform complies. The value still resolves. The dependency still exists. Only visibility changes. This is a cause-effect system. Cause. The output is marked sensitive. Effect. Terraform masks it in plans and applies. Nothing else changes. No behavior shifts. No resource logic changes. Only exposure is affected. Sensitivity is contagious. If a sensitive value flows into another value, that sensitivity follows. Terraform infers risks by following identity flows. It doesn't ask why, it observes where the value came from. This is inference, not configuration. When a sensitive value feeds another value, Terraform notices the lineage. The identity moves forward intact. Sensitivity is inherited automatically. No declaration is needed to recognize the risks. Terraform notices the lineage. It sees the secret identity flowing forward. Because it cares about security, it pauses here, not to stop the value, but to ask for intent. This is Terraform saying, if this value is leaving, I need you to acknowledge it. That acknowledgement is a sensitive flag on the output. The risk is not forgetting to mark something sensitive. The risk is assuming sensitivity means safety. Sensitive values still live in state. Anyone with state access can read them. Sensitivity protects screens, not storage. Future lessons will talk about state boundaries and access control. Think of sensitivity as social behavior. Terraform knows the value. Terraform uses the value. Terraform just chooses not to repeat it in public. Outputs are speech. Sensitivity is discretion.